Portlanders have seen a flurry of new rate hikes, taxes, and fees over the past few months. A recent Reddit post put them all in one place, and the reaction was a lot. So our investigative team decided to add it all up and take the results straight to City Council. Fox 12's Ezra Kaplan has this report.
From City Hall to public utilities, the fees, rates, and taxes for most of those living in Portland are going up.
Crazy. It's too expensive to live in Portland, almost impossible to survive, especially for young families.
I don't really know anyone even that are just two-income households that can really comfortably live right now. It's been a huge struggle.
While most of the increases are flat fees, a good number of them are percentages. So for simplicity's sake, let's take a look at a typical two-adult household in the city of Portland. First, we have the Portland Arts Tax, which is going up from $35 to $50 per year. That means in a two-adult household, you're looking at $100 extra per year. Now that is unless each person makes under $20,000, in which case you don't pay anything at all. Then there's the new Parks Levy. That one is attached to property taxes. Then come the fees attached to utilities. $144 per year for a new transportation utility fee, an 8.1% increase on water bills, totaling an average of $120 extra per year, and a 5% increase from PGE for energy, with a typical household seeing an increase of $96 per year. 100 there, a couple hundred over here, but what happens when we add them all up? We did the math. And after all the increases, a typical Portland household will be looking at paying an extra $700 every year. When you hear that number, what's your first reaction?
I mean, it's unacceptable. It absolutely is.
Jamie Dunphy is the president of the City Council, which voted to approve about $300 of the $700 increase.
The conversations around cost of living here are real. We have always been sort of a large town, but in the last decade, we became a medium-sized city, and we haven't ever made the investments that are necessary to do that.
You know, one of the things that we heard is that this is like death by a thousand cuts. Sure. Given where the economy is right now, is now the time to be making those investments?
Yes, absolutely. Right now is the time to make those investments, because if we want new investments in housing, if we want new investments in jobs, we need to have a city that is meeting the moment. If we don't make our investments, nobody's going to come up behind us and save us.
Still, people like Charlie Nix, who lives on a fixed income, are frustrated with the current cost of living. He wants city leaders to, in his words, figure it out.
They're the experts. They should know something about it. And I would hope that they would use some common sense to help us in Portland live a better life without having to take a loan out to buy groceries.
A city trying to balance the budget as Portlanders' wallets get lighter and lighter.